Hey, hi. I was just doing a lot of things. Sorry. I'm Mona. This is Chit Chat. All right. Do I look okay? It doesn't really matter. Um, so basically, this is a Chit Chat. Now, I'm ready to talk just a little bit. It might run long, but I'm going to try and make it as quick as possible because it's hard to upload stuff. So I wanted to talk about what's the difference from me when I was wanting to hurt myself before to I just realized now I'm just angry. Okay, before that was real, all right? There's a lot of things that people don't know. I have been had these problems of hurting myself. That word is just so harsh, right? So that's what we'll call it, just hurting yourself, okay? I've had these problems of hurting myself since I was 10 years old. That was the first time I attempted, okay? I was abused as a child. So if you're wondering, like, why would you do that at that? Because I was being abused since I was a child. Out of the womb, I have been being abused. Okay. Very badly. Okay. I have been fortunate that some of the abuse was so harsh that I have mental blocks. So before the age of 10, I have no recollection of anything. I don't know about what happened during, and I don't want to. I'm okay. Please, I do not want those memories back. I know they're horrible and I can just imagine what they are. But I don't recall them and I'm okay with that. So the reason why it became so prevalent at a certain time of my life, like I was doing it over and over, I was trying to do it, is because during those times I had addictions, and those addictions were caused, because everybody goes to addictions when they have to go through trauma and they just want to forget what happened to them, right? During those times, I was being mentally abused by my ex-husband. I would like to say about 50% of my attempts to hurt myself were because of my ex-husband and the manipulation of that entire family, his whole family. I had to realize this myself because I was like, whoa, this is like so terrible how this turned out. And it took me to actually stop using drugs to sit back and think, what the heck happened? I am a good person. I don't want to hurt anyone, but yet there's this family out here that basically wants me executed or something, just completely out of the picture. And I'm like, why? I know now, it's the family was toxic. Get this. My ex-husband's sister, she absolutely traumatized her children and ex-husband. She turned around and said all these terrible things about this man who was an absolute angel, saying that he is this, he is that. He likes to sleep around with the N-word type of people, okay? So this mother embarrassed her own children so much with all the slander she said about this good man who wanted to do nothing but take care of his family and love his children. She slandered this man so much that those kids were so embarrassed they asked to have their name changed so they didn't have his name. Yes, terrible, monstrous people. They are all monsters. Yeah, they should actually be in prison. The mother of these children, my ex-husband, and their mother has covered for a lot of their crimes, hit and runs, abuse, all kinds of things. Well, yeah, mother will do for her child, but protecting them from horrible things that they've done to other people, she also belongs in prison. Okay, so this woman did that to the children, and now the guy, I don't even know where he is. When I found this stuff out myself and realized this, I was like, oh my God, is he still alive? Is he okay? Because if this guy did this to me, I know I'm strong. I made it through. But that guy was nice and kind and good. And I'm so nervous that he may have hurt himself. I have tried to look for him and his parents, because I don't know his parents' name. Only I know the last name. But I feel like he needs a well check. And I know for sure, Scott, if you ever see this, I know what they did to you, Scott, and I am on your side. If you ever need to talk to anybody about this, please reach out to me, because I know what they did to you. I know. I went through it too. They did it to me too. So it would actually make me feel better if somehow you figured out how to reach out to me, because I am kind of worried about you and your mental health, and I want you to get better. You didn't deserve that. You really, really didn't. My brother, yeah, my brother-in-law, okay, you did not deserve that, okay, and I know it, and they lied to, Scott, you have no idea how many lies I heard about you. But that was a red flag for me too, because I was still with that guy. And you know what? That guy raped me for 2 years. I was abused too. Slandered my name, took my child, everything. Caused me to try to kill myself 4 times, Scott. Please contact me. Let me know you are alive and well, because I pray for you a lot. I really do. I mean, not every day, but every time like things happen and you pop into my head, I pray for you. Oh, please, God, please. I hope he is okay. Protect that man at all costs. You know, I really. So that's what happened with me in the past. Like, because I was on the drug, he broke me. My ex-husband broke me down so much and put me through so much trauma, and then took my child and was not wanting to, like, just simply drive him to visit mom. This was even before I was doing those things. I was still, you know, doing okay, but he never wanted to. He told me all the time that I was trying to steal his child from him. Look what happened. He caused me so much trauma. I tried to hurt myself because he kept my child from me. It caused me psychological trauma. And then I tried to do that to myself. And then he turned around, said I was crazy and dangerous, and had my child taken from me. Even when I said, please, can we please, if you feel this way, let's go to meet up at the police station so we can have visits. He would not do that. He did not want my child to see me. So he took me away. And after that, I was so heartbroken because he would not even allow me, even with police visits. And that's what led me to try to hurt myself, right? The other thing that, caused me to have this psychological problem to want to hurt myself is because the Veterans Association, the VA, they like to pump people full of pills. So at one time, they had me taking 9 mental health pills at once, not knowing which is the one that's going to be good for me. This is not what you do with mental health patients. How are you going to know which one is working? And a lot of those mental health pills are the pills that cause thoughts of suicide. I was the one with that adverse reaction. So they were giving me pills that were causing me thoughts of suicide. And that's another reason why I was trying to hurt myself. So what is the difference between that stuff and what's going on now? Well, I had to go ahead and heal myself from all toxic things being put in my body, all the masks, the medications, the drugs, any kind of thing I put in my body to help me mask whatever it was or whatever pain I was going through. Because I figured out and I realized the only way I'm going to get through this is if I get off the drugs or alcohol, whatever anybody's using, right? Whatever anybody uses to feel, I need to get off that. And I need to start focusing inward, you know, like I'm going to have to just bite the bullet and think about the things that happened of the past. That's something that people don't want to do. They don't want to think about it because it's so traumatizing and it makes them feel a certain way, you know. Your body has a way of hiding things from you. If, you know, like I said, since 10 and under, I don't know anything about my childhood because it was all trauma. And that's when I was being molested and hurt and possibly raped and all that at that age, you know. As a teenager, I was raped, and as an adult, I was raped. So I remember those. But from that young age, I do not. But I do know it was happening. I do know, because I can remember the only parts of that stuff I can remember is being led into that person's house by my mother, and then the door closing, and then that was it. Yeah. You guys, I don't want to know what happened in there, okay? But I'm just going to leave it at that, and I am grateful to God for not bringing those thoughts back to me, okay? Or whatever, my body system, whatever is making those blocks in my mind, I am grateful for that. And I have a feeling that if those blocks ever become unblocked, it's going to be because I will be strong enough to handle it. Right now, I think my body or my mind is purposefully not allowing me to remember those things. And it's okay, you know. So those are the reasons back then. So now I'm talking about, you know, why I feel different now. Well, my mind is straight now. Your drugs puts you in some sort of psychosis. You start thinking about different things, or you're not thinking, like, say, like if you use marijuana, you're just masking. You don't want to think about the trauma because you remember, okay, you know, and that's good though. Sometimes that's good. I'm not against marijuana, right? I decided to be off it because I'm ready. Like I use it for its purpose and is done, right? So I'm not against it, okay? Use it for what you need it to for, but remember, you are going to have to go back and relive or rethink about what happened. And if you stay on that stuff, it's not going to help. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a suggestion. You don't have to do what I say, but I'm saying, like, that's what I figured out, though. So I had to do that. I had to actually stop my life from everything. That's why I live out here on the road. And I had to just like sit and think in silence. Yeah, you have to do it in silence. You got to turn. That's why sometimes I would go up to places, there's no data, there's no nothing. And I would accept to be there because I feel like, well, I have no data on my phone, can't watch nothing, can't do nothing. I have to live in silence. I feel like God brings me to those places because I am being forced to think. So that's what happened. And now I feel like because my mind is more healthy, like from the drugs, alcohol, or whatever bad toxic things I was doing to myself, now that my body is clean and healthy, and I have thought about this, and I have thought about forgiveness and stuff, because remember, I am not the judge and jury. It's not my like, I can't say you deserve this punishment. Only one person can judge you. And so I've decided, or one being can judge, right? God, for me, right? And so it is not me who can punish anyone. It is the Almighty that will, you know. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you what. They will get what they deserve. You know, they will. So I would say, if you're around toxic people and people are hurting you and all that, you know, just separate yourself. Don't take retaliation. Try to find it within yourself to figure out what happened with this person. Why did they do this to you? Why are they doing this? And realize something and forgive, right? You don't need to go to them to forgive, though. If there was toxic and abuse and all that, I do not suggest you go to them and walk up to them and say, oh, I forgive you. No. I suggest that you go into your own private place, you go wherever you go, and you just say, I'm ready to forgive this person, you know, because I'll tell you what, like, because I've seen like firsthand karma happening to people that have hurt me. I have started to pray for them because some of their outcomes are detrimental. And I keep asking God, yes, I know that they're receiving the punishment they deserve, but please be light with the punishments, because I feel very bad. Hold on. I have to check my phone because, appointments and all that. I've been nobody ever calls me, and now all of a sudden I have appointments and people wanting to communicate with me, so I had to check. That was not, though. That was one of those health insurance scammer people. So, yeah, I already forgot what I was talking about, but, yeah, you know what? That for me is the difference. Why I really, because yeah, I don't want to kill myself anymore. No, I realize I'm just very, very angry, and like I said before, I don't like to feel this way. I don't like to have that feeling of being mad or angry. I don't. It's a body feeling. It's a mind. It's a terrible, like, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. But I have realized that, for me, God is making me mad. God wants me to do something about it. It's kind of like saying, so you're mad. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? You're mad. So what are you going to do about it? Right? Yeah. If you know that someone out there is hurting a child and you know it, and it's making you mad, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to complain and sit back? No. You're going to report that person. Well, I would hope. You're going to report that person, right? Why can't you do that for yourself? If you're mad at something that happened to you in your life or whatever, if you get real mad about it, what are you going to do about it? Right? Do something that can make it better, right? Do something that can make you feel alive again, proud of yourself because you stood up for yourself, Being angry is not the greatest, but sometimes it's good to push somebody to finally stand up for themselves. Not in a violent or hurtful way, though. In a way that's peaceful and caring, right? Yeah. I don't mean stand up and make protests and signs of hurt and pain, right? I don't mean that. I mean taking the steps you need to take to be kind and show compassion to others, because we just don't have it nowadays. We really don't. I'm not trying to be compassionate to someone who wants to attack me in a bathroom or things like that. That's a whole nother story, though. I am not compassionate to that. I'm afraid to use public bathrooms nowadays. I'm afraid I have to use a weapon just to go to the bathroom because I don't know if there's going to be someone in there waiting in a stall to rape or hurt me. Nowadays, we have people like this waiting for the children to come into the bathroom of the parks at not when they're playing during the day. Scary out there right now. Watch your children, by the way. Just watch them. They need the most care and watch over right now. Don't leave your children with alcoholics or people who do drugs. Make sure they're always safe and cared for. I was extremely abused as a child. Extremely abused. Please, please, watch your children. All right. So those are the differences how I feel now. And that was a cause of, why I did it so many times before. Yeah. So that's, hopefully this helps somebody, because if you can get off alcohol and drugs and just face those fears, face those things that happened to you in the past, you can get through it. And if you're a person that does do that, like myself, you were put through that so you can teach others and help others. Yeah. So keep up with your healing, be strong, and fight. Fight for yourself, fight for your heart, fight for your mind, because you can help yourself, and in turn, you'll realize that you can help a lot of others. So that's all I have for you guys. Hopefully somebody got something out of this. I really care about you. And I know there's people that are coming and watching my videos right away when I put them out. I don't know who you are, because I don't really go looking up at who the subscribers. I like to keep things anonymous. If anonymous people are coming to watch, please do. You know, I don't make any monetizing off these channels. I don't do commercials, because I don't like watching something that I might be interested in and someone's talking, I get interrupted with, "Hi, I went to Santabello." No, that will ruin my whole vibe of the conversation that I'm listening to with somebody who's trying to teach me something, right? So everything here, it's anonymous. I don't go looking for anybody. Please come. I want to help you. And, you know, that's it, really. I do. I want you to find the help you need. And I know that you are strong, and that you can do this, whoever you are. Whatever you're suffering through right now, you can get through this. You have to have a strong will, and you have to love yourself. That's where it starts. Okay? All right, you guys. That's all I have. I'm Mona. This was Chit Chat, and I'll talk to you guys next time.